few months ago. And I'm sure a lot of people don't even know this. I hope. Well, we'll find out. I called Merv the other day. What are you doing, Merv? Well, I'm on the computer, which I never thought you could ever be on the computer. He says, I'm looking for a bed. A bed. He said, yeah, I can't sleep. He says, the only place I can sleep is in my recliner. I said, really? He said, yeah, that's not a good deal for me, Coe. I said, why? He said, well, the other night I was in my recliner asleep, laying back, having a dream. I dreamt that there was something falling. I don't know what the hell was falling, but it was hit the floor. So I drove out of my recliner. My recliner is right in front of the fireplace. I drove head first in my glass fireplace, broke the fireplace, cut my head open, and he says, this isn't good. I said, well, no, that's not good, Merv. But he says, I got to figure it out. What do you got figured out? I went down to the shopping store the other day, and I got me a seatbelt. And I put a seatbelt on my chair. I said, you got to be shitting me. You could not do that. Yeah, I put a seatbelt on my chair so I wouldn't dive into the fireplace. Now, Mervin, you're getting too old. That's not good for you. Not good for you, buddy.
It's smart, though.
Well, I've got it. This is kind of a roast, and if you guys think of anything, you can come up here and talk, but I got another story to tell too. This is an amazing story of Merv Ward. I used to call him Big Sperm. Just for a quotation mark, I used to call it. We were going to England, going to find out about carrots. We're going to change the whole world in carrots, Merv and I. And boy, I tell you, back then we thought we could. This has been 30 years ago. So we fly out of Seattle. We fly into LA. We had to spend overnight in LA to take off the next morning. Meet some friends of ours that's going to be our guides there. One of the guys' name is Mick Barron. Very close friend of ours. He died last year, rest his soul. But he's from London. He knows this area, you know. So we're sitting there drinking quite heavily in Los Angeles, California. And Merv looks at Mick and he says, you know what? This is in the 80s. And he says, you know, they're having a lot of hijacks and stuff on the planes. You know, we're on the international flight. We're flying into London, Heathrow Airport. He says, what should we do? And he says, Mervin's got a pair of ostrich boots, got 97,000 quills in it. You can spot them 400 miles away. He says, don't wear those cowboy boots on the plane. That's what they look for Americans. Merv says, you got to be kidding me. We drank a few more deals, and 6 o'clock in the morning, Merv wakes me up. We're sleeping in the same room. Separate bed, thank God. And he says, get up. I says, it's only 6 o'clock. We don't fly out till 8. You didn't have to be there 2 hours ahead of time then. And he says, no. He says, I'm getting up. I'm going to go find me a place to buy some tennis shoes. I says, you got to be shitting me. And he says, no, I'm not. I'm not wearing these boots on the plane. So we get up, we go down. We're in Los Angeles, California on a Sunday morning, 6 o'clock. We get a cab. This guy cannot speak English at all. Mervin, big jock of the walk, says, I want to buy some tennis shoes. I want to buy some tennis shoes. 6 o'clock in the morning, Los Angeles don't even have tennis shoes. We get in that damn deal and we go to 3 different places. First one, he took us to some place that had women's things. Anyway, we find out he goes to Howdy Doody store and finds some black and white tennis shoes. We get back, it's $57. This is 1980s for a cab fare. You know, but he's got his tennis shoes. So he's happy. So he gets his tennis shoes on, puts his little boots in the deal. We get on, I'm wearing cowboy boots on the plane. He won't sit with me. I don't want to sit with him. I said, Jesus Christ, on a 9-hour flight, I don't want to sit with you. He's not cold, you know. So we trade with this gal that she's something, the gal, I mean, that's what he's doing. So he throws me away for tennis shoes, for cowboy boots, and away we do this. Remember that?
Yeah, I remember all of it.
We drank all the way there.
You're not going any further.
No, I'm not going any further. But it's just a few things. You know.